Tuva Labs is the first site that we are exploring for February, and it is a fantastic website for math and science because it allows you to explore, analyze, and visualize data. You can see a few example data sets, but when you sign up for a teacher account or log in, you'll be able to see even more data sets. So I'm going to sign in as myself. When I sign in, you'll see my class that I can invite my students into do activities that I add or other activities. And I'm going to go ahead and take a look at databases. So I'm going to see what kind of gender databases there are. And we've got survivors of the Titanic, Mayflower passengers, students in grade 12 by race and gender. So there's a lot of different interesting data sets. And when you click on the data sets, you can see where the data is coming from. So I'm going to look at survivors of the Titanic. It came from the Encyclopedia Titanic. And if I go down, all these dots are all mixed up. But the dots are based by name of passenger, passenger class, age, sex, and survived. If we open that up, it's going to show a case card for each one of those people, their names, their class of where they were in the ship, age if they knew it, male, and whether they survived or not. So let's take a look at how many people survived. I'm going to drag the word survived down here to the x-axis. And we've got no and yes. Each time I highlight a dot, you're going to see what case it would be. I can go under my functions and ask for a count of that information. So 863 did not survive, 450 did survive. And now I'm curious to see, how did they survive by sex or not survive? And so it's going to break it into the number of males who did not survive versus the number of males who did survive, the number of females who did not survive versus the number of females who did survive. And I can take that count away. I can get rid of the male or female on the side there. And then I can take a look at how did it look by age. So now we've got did not survive versus survive by age. I'm going to mix it up again. And I would like to take a look at survived. And this time, what I'd like to do is find the mean. And the mean isn't going to have any answer when we have it broken down in this fashion. So I'm going to have to figure out how can I make that data make sense. So let's find out survived or the age versus, let's see, let's mix it up. Let's look at the age of the passengers. And then what we'll do is let's find the mean age of those passengers. So the mean age of the passengers was 30.4 years old. So you can see how you can find some interesting information that way. You can create your own activity once you're signed in, or maybe you'd like to see if you can find a data set where there are some activities. So here we have the Mayfair passengers with one activity. Oh, that says no activities. Let's view some similar data sets. Historic snowfall in the Northeast. Investigating historical snowfall, so you can view those 5 questions or try it out. And so you can see that it'll have pre-recorded questions. I'm going to give you a link to a Google Hangout that one of the founders of Tuva Labs did, and it'll give you a couple of better insights into how you might use Tuva Labs in the classroom.